Welcome to the first Real Housewives of Velaris and Book Bits and Chill buddy read. We have Cassie, Emily,
Woo!
Kylie, and Blakely. Woo!
Hello.
I was about to clap. Hello.
Today we are getting into Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. We are all here under circumstances where Cassie's forced us to read this book. So we have a lot to say. I think that this was I'm the only one that's read V.E. Schwab. Is this correct?
I think so.
No, I read oh my gosh, what is it?
Addie LaRue?
Addie
Yes,
LaRue.
Addie LaRue.
Her literal only other book.
Is
No,
it?
she's got a ton of books.
kidding.
Like she's got a whole series. Like
Yeah.
my bitch sister loves her.
Wait, my bitchy brother loves her.
Oh, so it's the bitches that
Oh.
love her. No wonder why I loved this book so much. That checks
Okay, but
out.
I was like really, really not looking forward to this read because I despised Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I
You
thought
did.
it was so long, so drawn out. I thought that book could have been 150 pages. So when I saw the length of Bury Our Bones, I was like, I'm in for the same ride.
And you were.
Yes.
Spoiler, you were.
Kylie, were
liked
you
Addie-
a fan?
I liked Addie LaRue because I described this book very similar. Maybe I don't like it because it's not that I don't like it. It's just it's so similar because it's whimsical and it's just
Yeah.
it's a pretty book.
It
That's
is a
how
pretty
I
book.
view Addie LaRue. It's very pretty. I'm not going to get that much out of it, but it's very pretty.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
very pretty. Blakely would like pull her eyeballs out if we made her read Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
It
I think
honestly
we
was
could get
like-
her to read some. I don't think she'd read it. She'd probably read, what's that lady that everybody doesn't like?
Colleen
That right-
Hoover?
Yeah, you'd read
Oh.
her before the next V.E. Schwab book.
Okay.
I have not read Eddie Colin Hoover, and I'm really glad that I
I have
haven't.
not.
Neither have I. I'm glad we're
Oh,
all in this
look
room
at that.
together.
We're all
This is a safe
coho
space.
virgins. I love it.
I love being a virgin. I haven't been one in so long.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay, so
but
I
I'm
think-
born again.
I think that we like all semi listened to the audiobook and read the book, correct?
She
I was
read.
the only one that read the entire thing, which is funny
No
because
audio?
the audiobook, audiobook has Julia Whelan, who I love. as
Right.
it. And so, like, you guys see that I wrote all these books about her. Like, she did Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily
Yes.
Henry, Funny Story.
Yeah.
I love her, but I still chose to read the whole book.
That's impressive because honestly, Julia crushed it. Like, especially with Sabine. I don't know how
Mhm.
you guys felt, Blakely and Emily. Like, the way that she was able to pull off a Spanish accent, I was like, this woman is masterful.
Wait, was she also doing the Scottish accent?
Yeah, so she didn't
Yeah.
pull that one off as well. But
No,
that one's
was the
tougher. We're
same-
going to throw her a bone on that one.
it wasn't even her. She did fine on the Scottish accent, but when you're listening to it at 1.5, and I personally felt like Alice was kind of insufferable anyway.
Yes, she was.
I was like, I could care less about
I know.
this.
I
Not
know.
a fan.
I was trying to figure out if my bias was against Alice or against the audio narrator, and I think it was Alice.
Yeah.
I wonder if my views on the book would change if I would have done audio because audio adds so much like expression and life to it. But I
Yeah.
Mhm.
struggled with this book, so I wonder if I would have done better and enjoyed it more. Because I mean, I do like the book. It's doing great. It's got 4 stars on Kindle and 4.05 on Goodreads.
It's
Yeah.
I
doing
wonder if
too
people
well.
are reading a different version of the book with that rating because I'm confused.
No, me too. I was like really shocked after reading it that everybody online was like 5 stars, 5 stars. And I thought for a second that we got stuck in a marketing trap.
I would
Mhm.
agree. And that was why I was like, we should read this because Book Talk is raving about this book. Like, I had not seen this level of gushing on the internet over a book like this in, I feel like, such a long time. And maybe it was just all the people that are obsessed with Addie LaRue. But it felt so overwhelming when it first came out, where I was like, we have to read this book. We
I
have
put
no
it on my
other
TBR
option.
immediately because there was so
Yeah.
much hype behind it. And
Yeah.
then,
Well, and
but now I don't
vampires.
hear anything.
Now it's crickets.
But was it like a Silver Elite thing where they were like just pushing it so
Mm.
hard from her publisher that people were like, I don't know, they weren't getting paid because they would have had to say that they were, but were they getting like sent the book for free?
Well, I got it on Book of the Month. So
Oh.
and it was kind of pushed on there. So I randomly, that was the book that I decided to choose. And then I was like, oh, I already own it when you said we should read this. So great, I'll have a reason to.
Right.
So that's why I had it.
Huh.
Maybe that's what it was, because I agree that it was like overwhelming how many people were like, you have to read this book right now.
Yeah. I mean, and I felt like was Silver Elite included in Book of the Month at some point too?
Yes.
Yeah,
it was
right?
that month. It was that month, and that one was like late on everybody's, but yes.
Yes. Yeah, because I remember that. And I was like, how did this book get into so many people's hands? But that makes
Book of
sense.
Did you
the
guys
Month-
like Silver Elite?
No.
I was meh.
I didn't
I
even
was-
read
I'm gonna
it.
read the second book because
I
read
probably
the
will
first.
too. I liked the guy Cross.
I
But
did too. It was fine. It's a good story, but it's not like top tier.
yeah, the big like twist I knew was coming the entire time. And that's where
Yeah.
I'm like, you lost me.
Wait,
I
so
can't
is
remember
Book
the
of the
author's name,
Month like running our TBR like more than anybody knew?
Maybe.
Maybe, but I've also skipped Book of the Month a lot because I'm like, I have no interest in any of these books. So
Okay.
I don't know. I originally got Book of the Month because I wanted the hat.
What's the hat?
It was a free hat.
Is it the one that said bookish?
No, mine says I think book person. I don't know. It's denim. I wore it today.
Is this how Book of the Month is trapping people with a
With
chic
hats.
hat?
Free hats?
Yeah.
Free, beautiful hats?
I'm like, done. Sold.
Honestly, that's fair. I do love a good hat, especially a denim one.
Normally, I would just like read the synopsis, but I want to hear your version. It's a what's the haps?
Okay.
Yeah, it is a what's the haps.
Okay, here's the haps. So this is a story about
A
vampires.
girl named Lucky.
About a girl named Lucky. This is a story about a girl that's a vampire, multiple girls that are vampires. And these girls are all insane. They're all out of their mind. But they didn't start that way. And this story essentially spans, so we start out in the 1500s in Spain, and this spans like across history, basically up until 2019. And the story follows multiple stories, but specifically the story of Maria, who we learn, spoiler, becomes Sabine. Alice, who is in 2019, and we don't know that much about her, and Charlotte, who we initially think is Lottie, but really she's Charlotte. And essentially the story is just about them essentially becoming vampires and learning about themselves through becoming vampires. And there's a lot of themes within this book that are supposed
I
to
know
be...
you're trying so hard not to say they're lesbians right now. That's why I'm laughing.
I know. I've
so
been
hard.
waiting for it. I'm like, every time it's the word
They
I'm
learn
like,
a lot
they're
about
lesbian.
themselves.
I don't know. Okay, I don't know if you guys struggle with this, but I kind of struggled with this when we were talking about atmosphere. Like, how do you talk about queer love stories in a way that is PC? Like, do I just come out and say that they're lesbians?
Yeah, they are lesbians.
They
You're
are
not like
lesbian.
being derogatory.
They
like,
are
Oh my
not
god,
that-
you want to know what this is reminding
Is
me of?
this what lesbians call themselves?
Yeah, lesbians call themselves lesbians.
Officially. Okay. All
It
right.
is reminding me of Michael Scott on The Office when he goes, I'm Mexican, or you're Mexican, and he goes, what's a less offensive word?
That's literally
That's
how
what
I
this is
feel right
giving.
now.
They are full on lesbians. They're not bisexual. They are not bi-curious. They are lesbians.
So this is a multiple lesbian love story,
There we go.
essentially. And it's a story about these vampires who live in different times where being a lesbian is not okay and is not supported and is not accepted. And so they have to understand this thing about themselves, accept it, love it about themselves, but then also it's like about them finding it in other people, finding love and acceptance in other people. And that's effectively it. Like there's like a, a mini plot
That's it.
twist.
That is it.
It kind of is. Like it's literally just about these vampires finding themselves, but then also like they're immortal. And so grappling with the fact that they are supposed to live forever, but what does that mean in terms of like themselves on the inside? And like how do they grapple with their own kind of mental and emotional mortality? Like how do you continue to kind of evolve as a person as you continue to kind of forget and lose your humanity over time? And I feel like that was the big overarching theme, while also touching on lesbian love. And
This is true. That was a good synopsis, Cass.
that was kind of it. I mean,
I love it.
What were
did I
your
miss anything?
guys' what were your first impressions when you like first started reading?
My first impression was this is going to be a slow burn, and I knew it.
Yeah. I think my first impression was that it was actually going to be faster paced than it ended up being. Like I felt like starting off with Maria, she was like kind of a spitfire when she was younger. Like enough started happening quickly enough with her too, where I was like, oh, like we're going to kind of get into this fairly quickly. But then I was very wrong about that.
Very wrong.
It's a story about an average life of a vampire, truly. Like just their day to day.
Yeah.
It's a slice of life of lesbian
100%
vampires.
a
Okay?
lesbian. Yes, it was like a biography on the first lesbian vampire. Truly.
I expected more spice because, you know, Maria was spicy as a child. You're right.
Right.
Like, I thought that we are going to build up to drama. But no, just their day-to-day lives as a vampire for hundreds of years.
And it was like a lot of their day-to-day. Like, I was like, can we skip a couple years here? Like, we are literally doing like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I was like, this is almost too much about their lives.
Yes. Yeah. It was a very like deep and rich character driven story, which I think is okay if there's like big clear swings. But to you guys' point, it's like when you're just watching the day to day, like you're seeing this like slow progression of their arc versus like the clear markers that I feel like we normally get in a standard action packed book. And so I felt like towards the middle, I was like, I don't need this much detail. Like, I know that Sabine is losing her fucking mind. Like, I get it. We don't need this. So I don't know. That's the part that I struggled with, I think, the most, where I'm like, I actually really like character driven stories, but this felt like too much.
I also think it's a disservice to say that it's a slow burn. It is a slow flicker.
There's no burn at all. It's like
there's no fucking burn.
None. It's like a closed door, like love story, basically.
They're just trying to flick the lighter. It's not going. We can't get it.
Yeah, it's like when a non-smoker or somebody that's never like is trying to get the lighter to go and they just can't get it. Like that's what this story was.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to come out of this book bisexual. Like I thought I was going to like want to be with a woman after this because of the way people were talking about it. And I'm like, I like barely got more than a kiss out of this.
No,
I was expecting spice.
Yeah, there wasn't any. Kai and I have read like sapphic love stories that were like spicy, and you're like, all right, I got something out of that. Can't say this happened here.
Well, and since they're vampires, like I feel like vampires traditionally are depicted as these like very hungry beings, you know, and like a big part of that is like sexual hunger too. But I feel like, and maybe that's just wrong on the broader depiction, but like they didn't seem like they were super sex crazed. Like they were just kind of like aggressive and emotional. And that was kind of
they just wanted partners, not like actual lovers.
Yeah.
Also, I did not expect the whole like first half of the book to basically just be about Maria Sabine. I thought we were gonna go like back and forth every 3 chapters, and once I got stuck on Maria, I was like, "Holy shit! This is 200 pages of just her."
I wanted more adventure. Like I wanted more of a build up as to why she, like how she started to lose her mind. I wanted more of a build up, but it was
that would have been good.
Like I said. Just it was so slow. And I mean, V.E. Schwab did a very good job about making it a very dreamy world. Like I said that it's like there was a 90s Polaroid filter on the whole world. It was just dreamy and pretty and whimsical.
Agreed.
So
she is so good at getting you so immersed in where she is. Like I literally, when she was like describing Maria on the rooftop in Spain, I was like, I can see this. Like every place that we were, it was just so clear. And so I really, really loved that aspect of it. And I feel like that's hard to do because I feel like someone noted this, but like when you're in a scenario when you're like in real human places, like you're in Europe or whatever. It's like, okay, we all know what London looks like. But I like loved the way that she described Charlotte's like initial home and all of that stuff. So I think she did a really good job of that.
It's immersive.
Speaking-
It is very immersive, even if it's slow.
Yeah.
Speaking of Charlotte, so we met Sabine like on her own, and she like had her own whole story, but we met Charlotte and Alice at the same time. What did you guys think about that?
I didn't like Alice.
No.
Let's just say,
Yeah.
not a fucking fan.
She gave me so much anxiety. Like, she was such a depressive character. I felt like heavy reading her chapters. I wanted to like close the book after I was done with her chapters.
Yeah, and her flashbacks were just like heavy, you know, like there wasn't a lot to them other than that they were just sad, and like the sister situation just made me
You guys
sad.
knew her sister was dead upon reading that, right? Like,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
way
it's
she- yeah, 'cause,
obvious.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
It was
when's
like-
this gonna happen? When's this bitch gonna die? Like,
Yeah.
Right.
It took so long for that to even get there that I'm just like, let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
I don't know. Alice was just a fucking Eeyore. I wasn't a fan.
I
Yeah.
don't fully understand why she was incorporated, honestly. Like for the level of importance that she had at the end, like her buildup was just not really there at all.
I don't think her backstory was necessary.
No, she was just a casualty at the end of the day. Like, we didn't need that backstory because I didn't like her sister anyways. Like, I get her sister didn't want a new family, but all I could think was her sister was a bitch.
Her
Not
sister
even a
was
fun
a bitch.
Caddy
Yeah.
sucked.
But
a
also,
mean
did you
bitch.
expect to meet Lottie for like 35 seconds and then not meet her again for 236 pages?
No, that was weird.
No.
No.
Yeah.
That was
I was
I
I
thought
was
it
so
was
shocked by that.
was shocked by it too. I actually kind of liked that because I was like, "Oh, this is like a twist that I didn't fully see coming." You know, like
No.
yeah.
I felt like no, I felt like if they would have drawn out Lottie from the beginning, then they would have literally had to cut out Alice. Like
But
that,
that
would
was the
which
point
would have been
was
preferable, actually.
we shouldn't have had as much Alice. We
Yep.
could have taken Sabine's and like story and gone like this. Or I guess
Mhm.
Maria's.
Yes,
We
agreed.
could have done this with Lottie's. Like, I don't need that much fucking information.
Yeah.
And then just like 200 pages could have been gone from that book. And
I
it would
agree.
have been, my rating would have been way higher.
I totally
I
agree.
love multiple point of views. I love them. So I wanted more from each point of view. Like, I wanted more story.
Mhm.
We all wanted more, it sounds like.
Yeah.
We
Are
all wanted
being-
more, but less simultaneously.
Yes.
Are we being assholes though? Because like I feel like when we read romantasy, we're like okay with these books being 1,029 pages, but now we're like V.E. Schwab needs to cut her book to 200
No,
pages.
because
Oh, we
have a
still bitch
fan.
about those too. Yeah.
I also complain about those. Like, if you're not giving me plot for those pages, cut them out. Like, if that's just filler content, which it felt like a lot of the middle of this book kind of was, and like, I don't want that. Like, that's how I
Like-
felt in Blood and Ash from Blood and Ash.
What
We
about
built the
Onyx
world too
Storm?
big.
What about Onyx Storm? Did you guys like all of the like island hopping? Because I liked that. So I feel like a
I
bitch
loved it.
complaining
Loved
about
it.
V.E. Schwab.
No,
But I
I-
felt like the islands had a purpose, or like will
there
have a
was
purpose.
purpose of it. It wasn't just a slice of life. There's like clues for the next book. So that it was actually, there was a reason for that.
Yeah.
Half of the shit in this book, I'm like, there's no fucking reason. I
Yeah.
get it.
It's a standalone, so we didn't need that much world building.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, that's not necessary.
Like when
It's
they
too
went
rich
through like
for what it is.
when they went through Sabine's whole story with the woman and man she meets that get killed in the cemetery.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
then they also go through the story of the man she's with in Venice. I was like, those two storylines did not need to be so long.
No, but I did like the Venice little gay couple were the best.
I like them too.
Yeah.
Oh,
They were
Have
cute.
you
Too
have you guys
emotional.
seen This Is or wait, not This Is Us. It ends. Wait, what the fuck is that show with Pedro Pascal? My brain is short circuiting.
The Last of Us.
The Last of Us. Have
I've
you
only
guys
seen
watched
season
that?
one. I didn't
Okay.
watch the second season.
Do you remember in season 1 the episode with the gay couple?
Yes, with Nick Offerman and I can't remember the other guy,
Yes,
but yeah.
yes. This gay couple reminded me of that. where I was like,
okay,
their
their
story was just so beautiful, but so sad.
Yes, that was exactly what I was gonna say because it was so. I liked that. That was
I
like
like
one of the
that a
best parts of the
lot.
story.
Yes. Yeah. And I felt like she was like trying to tap into similar with Charlotte.
I think that they were trying to connect it to Charlotte and how she didn't want to like kill people and she was okay with like humanity. And they were showing that like a vampire could be with a human and everything could be okay. And that Sabine really was a raging bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree.
End of
I don't
story.
know.
Sabine's a raging bitch. Like this is
Literally
There you
that.
end
go.
of story.
There you go. Yeah, I thought the way that the side characters were integrated was interesting. Like I liked that she was getting taught by these vampires that she was meeting, but like I didn't feel like it needed to be that long.
No, and like out of the side characters, I wish we had more of the widow. I liked her. She seemed
Agreed.
interesting.
Actual Sabine.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Sabine
Yeah.
won.
How did she get her name? Did she steal it too? Where's the OG of all these vamps?
True.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been such a good story as the original one that was like turning them.
Yes, like bring that in and like you could have shortened the story. Like, yeah, I want more vamp history. I
Yeah.
want more of them.
When Maria drained Sabine and then was like, guess I'll take her name, that was some wild shit. I was like, this girl is unwell.
She was already
I
out
thought
of her
this was
mind.
gonna go like this whole book was gonna go with a bang because of that. I'm like, damn, she's brutal. Just went for it. But
But then we got 300 extra pages before something else happened.
So I am interested in you guys' just like overall thoughts on vampires as like a focal point in a story. I feel like we said earlier, like it's so interesting how differently they can be depicted just broadly, like in pop culture and in literature. I never get sick of them personally. Like I love a vampire, but like what kind of vampire do you typically like to read about or like that you're just generally into?
God, have I read any vampire stories other than Twilight?
I've
Did
only
you
ever
read-
read Twilight.
Did you read Serpent in the Wing of Night?
No.
Carissa
Oh,
Broadbent.
that was good. I felt like that her vampire though, I don't know how you felt about it, like was very lukewarm. Like they
Mm,
just kind of like
So the
had
thing I'm gonna say about this, guys, is also I was gonna say, have you read Blood and Ash or any of this?
Oh yeah, I guess I have. I do. I really
Or
controversial
like
on how
Shadow
I
and
feel.
Shadow
Yeah.
and Ember, they're all like vampires, I think, technically. But
Yeah.
in all of those books, they're like biting each other and like having sex and biting and orgasming from the biting and having
Yeah.
sex some
Blakely
more.
hasn't
And,
read it. I think she's the only.
I won't.
You don't need
so
to.
it's
Yeah.
fine.
and so
won't.
I was like really expecting like that hot and heavy because I don't know, I like that. I like the
They were
spice when
spicy.
yeah.
Yes, yeah. And I like that. I liked that side of True Blood too. Like I felt like that was a big did you guys watch that show?
I did a little bit on HBO. I want a horny vamp. You know?
Yeah.
Sam.
Yeah, like I like that they're all morally gray. I like that they're like sexually charged. I like that they're a little bit fucking crazy. Like I feel like I like all of those aspects that typically are incorporated with vampires. And I feel like this was like pulled up so that they could be like a little bit more poetic, but we didn't fully need that.
I describe it later as like if it's like the Gilmore Girls of vampire stories. It's whimsical. It's
Yeah.
pretty. Like that's how I view this story. It is nothing like Blood and Ash or Flesh and Fire
Yeah.
at all.
No.
Well, I don't like Gilmore Girls, so your description
Is
Great.
spot on.
Which is also wild because I don't really like Gilmore Girls, but I liked this book. So
But Cassie likes
don't know what that
lit
says about
fic.
me.
She's the only one
I
out
do.
of this. I'm not a lit fic girl either. So like I feel like if anybody liked this, it was Cassie for sure.
That is true. I do like a lit fic. I mean, like have you guys watched like Normal People or One Day? No, none of that.
I
Like
don't
I
watch
like
it
that kind of
really.
stuff.
So depressing. I've
It
watched
is
Normal People. I
depressing.
think oh, so depressing. Like you're literally like heartbroken at the end of it. And I struggle with that with reading. Like when I'm reading, I want to have like fun and it like be escapism and like adventure. And so I don't want to be like depressed after I read a book.
That's fair. I
And if
don't
I'm
mind being
depressed,
depressed.
if I'm depressed, I want it to like matter. Like I
Mean
didn't give a shit
something.
about any of these characters.
Oh,
Because
like
Yeah.
of that, then period, if I'm depressed for something, it's like I care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Or
fair.
like The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. When I read that, I was like, I need to transport back to World War II to save all of these people. Like, I wanted to like actually mean something, and I guess I just didn't care about these characters that much.
I think that's what was missing for me that I normally really like out of literary fiction is that like I typically will take things away or like learn things from these character stories and like the things that they go through and like the way that they approach things and the way that they deal with things. And like I didn't get that really from this. Like it really was just like this commentary on like how not to lose your humanity and your empathy. And like that was kind of it. And it's like,
Which
well,
is kind of like a good theme for life, like how to like keep
it
grounded.
is, but also
I
like
guess.
I'm like, how I don't know how to even pull that from any of their stories because I'm like the way that they like lost their humanity and their empathy was like so out of bounds of like what would be normally happening to people.
Well, I guess like if you do one shitty thing, it's just like a downward
Snowballs.
spiral, and that's kind of what happens with Sabine. Like she started to lose herself, so she kept getting worse and worse. So I mean,
True.
I guess the moral of this story is if you start doing shitty things, like have your friend kill you. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
mhm.
100%. Well, didn't they say
That's
that
right.
in the book? They were saying somebody, I mean, was it the guy in Venice that was like, you have to know when to kill your friend if they're going crazy, like if they get the vampire
yeah.
sickness.
Yeah,
Oh
'cause he-
yeah.
I
So
do see a theme that's similar in Twilight and this book. Like newborns are wild.
Yeah,
True.
that is true. I
I
thought
don't
the
think
whole
VE was expecting to be compared to Twilight.
She's not happy about that right now. She won't listen to this, but
I thought the whole concept about how like the maker, who their maker was, wasn't telling them the rules of being a vampire and then was like using it against them, like making them make promises that were binding for life.
Mhm.
yeah.
Like what was the first one that Sabine had to make?
You can't leave. You'll never
Yeah.
leave.
Yeah.
She couldn't leave these people that she was like desperate to leave, and she was like getting depressed, and then she like hated that and turned around and did it to Lottie.
Yep.
Well, the abused becomes the abuser.
Right.
As old as time.
Right. Hurt people
And so
hurt
like
people.
to Kylie's point, it's like it was like one bad thing just snowballs to another and another, and I felt like we were just like watching the downfall of all of these people.
Yeah. I felt like another thing that I noticed, which she like kept reiterating this, was like this like hunger. And like obviously there was the literal sense of like them just sucking people dry. But also I feel like a lot of it was like them just wanting more for themselves, like more for their lives and like not knowing where to stop. And I feel like that was
Yeah.
another piece that I took where I was like, is there a point where you're like just long gone because you're just like constantly striving for more and better and whatever, and you're not really like settled with where you're at?
100%.
Can
And also they made me very
fat-
thirsty.
Oh.
They can't get fat. They're just drinking blood.
I mean, okay, so
Low
then
cal.
what happens if they take a shot of Ozempic? Because it stops your hunger. So
That's
is
what
the
they
same.
needed. Sabine, they needed some fucking Ozempic, and then we wouldn't have had this problem.
I think it's a legitimate question. I will share that I'm on a
I would agree.
GLP-1 and I'm never hungry. So I want to know if vamps take it, are you still hungry?
Yeah,
can't
they
be.
should have
Damn
been.
it.
They should have been taking it in 2019. That's what we needed to see.
Yeah, that was it. That would have saved the entire story.
The way
that was epic and not
The way
Alice.
they did describe being thirsty, though, it made me so thirsty. Like every time they were talking about how like they needed to keep drinking blood and they couldn't, like I like was chugging water.
I'm
It made
parched.
my mouth so dry.
I had dry mouth with COVID the whole time. So I'm like, am I drinking blood or water?
You can't even taste anything. So
Couldn't
you wouldn't
tell.
know.
Wait, I
You
have
know-
a question I was really confused about in this book is so when they kept killing people to like take their houses, like when Sabine goes to London and like kills that woman to take her house, why is it the community like what happened to that girl that lived in that house?
That's a really great question. I love that you
Social
asked
media
that.
didn't exist, so nobody cares. you know?
I thought that too. I'm like, how is it so easy for them to just like disappear people?
Well, and
And,
Well,
like,
they didn't have
they even killed the whole
forensics.
family. Like,
Yeah.
they're killing whole ass families.
Wiping out like mini cul-de-sacs of people. Like it was nothing.
I think
So
one
how
time,
did they get fat? Like, why not? There's so many people.
Yeah.
I think it's a legit question.
I think
I
you should
agree.
try a blood diet, Kylie, and see what
Yeah.
happens.
True.
Fuck GLP-1. Get on a blood diet, you dumb bitch.
Okay, but are those
Perfect health ad.
They get drunk off of like things that are in the blood. So
Yeah.
what if somebody has like medication in their blood? Like, does that affect them? Which once again, if they have Ozempic in there,
True.
I
Yeah,
just have a
what
lot of
if-
questions.
Wait, were
True.
they getting drunk off of like people being drunk?
Yeah.
Yeah, they would get a little bit of a buzz.
Oh, I did not realize that.
Yeah. It was like
That
they like
could
did
taste
it.
the alcohol. Yeah.
You know what?
Yep.
You probably got lost, Emily, in all the fucking details in this book. You know?
100%.
Just
And
a little bit.
You'll realize this because Blakely, you did the same thing I did, and we're gonna get called out for it later in our fan casting. But I got really mixed up in some of the details, but we'll get to that later.
I kept my fan cast simple.
Good call. Okay, so
Wait, just a second. You know who? While we're talking about characters, you know who I actually did like, and I wanted to see more of, and we got like nothing on him. Ezra.
Ezra.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wanted his
Agreed.
backstory. Like, how did he meet the couple in London? How
Yeah.
did he get to the U.S.? Like, why are you so established? What
Yeah.
kind of bank accounts do you guys have? Do you still have social security numbers? Like,
Yeah.
how do you do this?
I feel like Ezra could have been swapped for Alice.
Mm-hmm.
Is that our inner misogyny coming out?
Yeah.
I thought he was so cool though, drinking his little blood from his coffee. I think that we get confused that like vampires are like magical, but they're not actually magical. They're just like they just have like super strength and speed, right?
But they were like using the power of like compulsion. They're like controlling people.
I'm just saying
with
they're
their
not going to turn
minds.
into werewolves. They're not going to grow a penis. Like they're not going to like they can't change their bodies.
No, they're not shapeshifters. 100%.
They're not nodding, you know, like, no.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will sound crazy. It's a normal thing. There's this part of me that I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if vampires actually exist. Like, I just am like,
Well, there's that cult in Hollywood where they drink the baby or the children's blood. So you don't.
right.
Vampires are very possible.
Who's to
There
Oh,
you
you
go.
guys. Do you guys not read a lot of conspiracy theories, or am I just
No.
crazy?
No, I did not know
That's
about
a
this.
two-part question and answer.
Wait, I did not know about this, but I'm so curious why Blakely
It's
thinks
like
they could be real.
adrenochrome or something like that,
Yeah.
where
Yeah,
like they're taking blood from kids and like injecting it into celebrities, and that's how you look so youthful. You know,
Insane.
I've got 5 degrees of separation from like Kyle Richards, and I don't hear any of this.
So my
wanna
thing is, who create, the original vampire story, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we're
Dracula.
just like running
Dracula.
with this. Like, we're just gonna keep it going. I don't know. I think there's some truth to it. I'm starting this conspiracy theory right fucking now.
Vampires,
I mean,
they're
vampires
among us.
are real, so vampires could be.
There you go.
I mean, I don't live that far from Forks, Washington, and Edward Cullen may be there. I'm unsure.
You need to do some
I do like that-
investigating.
I do like that they forced themselves to go out in the day and that they didn't like die or anything. They just
They weren't
didn't smoke. They
sparkling.
didn't get smoky or anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was disappointing that these
You wanted
vampires didn't
sparkles?
sparkle.
Mhm.
That was a bummer. I would agree.
That's what I dropped a
That's
whole
my
star
one
rating.
knock on
No
this
sparkles.
book. Yeah.
No sparkles.
That's your one knock?
My
You only
one
have
single
one?
knock. No sparkles.
Wait, is it a stereotype that they can't go into graveyards because don't they sleep in coffins? Isn't that like the thing?
I was wondering
Oh.
that too. And I think it must be something that V.E. Schwab created because I feel like I've never heard that about vampires.
Okay, then when who was it? Alice got the necklace, we all knew
The vial.
like, yes,
Yeah.
that was gonna be somebody's demise, right?
Yeah. Was that her whole point in the story? Like literally that was it.
That one vial, like, yeah, I
That's
guess.
it.
She
That's
had
why
to
we
have
got
a
those
dead
un-
mom.
We got all those backstories.
That's why it
just for
couldn't have
that
been
vial.
Ezra.
No, you didn't have the vial.
You didn't have the vial. So that's it. Okay, what did you guys think of the ending? Speaking of the vial.
No, we're not done with more questions about vampires because I want
Oh.
to know if how is their breath? Like, does
They
that
barely
affect it?
breathe. They had to remind themselves to
Yeah, but
breathe.
they're still like
Yeah.
making out and stuff. Like,
You mean
if
the
they're
taste of the inside of
The
their
taste
mouth?
of their mouth. Yeah.
I guess. Like, what about their teeth? Do they still get cavities? Does blood rot them? Blood can be acidic. Like, these are these are legit questions. Like,
Blood
this
can
is what
be
I'm thinking about in
acidic.
this serious ass book.
Welcome
And then,
to
like,
podcasting with Kylie, everybody.
no,
I
I'm
love
not done.
this.
So
She's
my
not
son's a
done.
diabetic, and so if he's got high blood sugar, if a vampire bites into them, are they getting like a really sugary blood?
We're back
They
to the
might like
GLP-1s.
They might like that.
They
I
might
guess.
like
Do
that.
they
That's
like
true.
diabetics a little bit more? Like,
Maybe.
Yeah, they get a little boost. They did talk about that though, that they could like taste certain like foods that they remembered
Yeah,
when they
because
would be
Sabine didn't like the taste of men, obviously.
Right.
A few on the nose, but
Oh yeah, and they said that if they were like a bad person, they feel like their blood tasted rotten or something.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Mm.
Yeah.
So did they
I don't
not
know
have
about
dental
the
work?
sugar. No,
they-
I
No
think
dental work.
they probably just grow a new one if one falls out.
Yeah. Like they like heal themselves. They heal their
I'm just
cavities.
picturing like sharks.
Yes, like sharks. That's exactly what I was thinking.
So they're not like children, how we're all born with our teeth and your skull looks really messed up. Vampires are not the same. There's not a bunch of backup canines in there. They just
Well, I
have it.
mean, they're not born vampires. They're born
That's-
as humans.
Okay,
and
well, we
they
need to take some of their like medical situation and regrow teeth in real life.
Well,
Yeah.
you know what? I think you need to write to V. Schwab and ask these questions.
Don't
'cause
I'm good.
underestimate me. If I'm having a bad day, I just might.
I do wonder like what her research was on like how her vampires were going to be. Like did she just like make them
Yeah.
however she wanted them, or did she actually like base them off like real stories?
Well, a lot of
they're
it was
real.
based in like because they're real. A lot of it was based in a lot of the like standard vampire stereotypes. But then I also did watch like a mini interview with her, and she said that she based it off of a few different like vampire books that are like, I don't know, very well
Speaking
lauded.
of, a lot of people were saying that she like copied the movie Interview with a Vampire, which is actually a book as well, I found out. And
haven't
Oh
watched that
yes,
movie in
that
a
was one of the
long
books she
time.
mentioned.
yeah, so I watched it last night just to be sure, and it is almost like a copy paste. And it made me pretty upset.
But it's with 3 men.
Yeah, but they definitely like men, I would say. 100%.
Well, do you know that's Brad Pitt literally hates Tom Cruise because of that movie? when they filmed it.
Really?
Really?
Mhm. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. He just don't like him. They
Tom
don't like
Cruise
each other.
Tom Cruise was Sabine and Brad Pitt was Lottie, and then
Oh, this makes sense.
Kirsten Dunst as an 11-year-old was Alice.
Yeah, don't they kiss an 11-year-old?
Yeah, it's really creepy. It's a really
What?
bad
The
movie.
90s were a wild time. That
The
that
90s
came
were
out
a
in
wild time.
94.
Yikes.
Kristen Dunst is like 11 years old, and she's like pondering why she can't have sex. And I was like, they really needed to leave this out.
Was
Really?
this a Harvey Weinstein movie?
Sounds like it.
Oh, I don't know. Probably.
Sounds like his trademark.
It sounds like his brand.
Yeah.
But basically, Tom Cruise was like Brad Pitt's maker, and then Brad Pitt didn't want to eat humans, and he wanted to be a nice vampire, and Tom Cruise was like, you have to be a bad vampire. We're meant to kill people. And like would make him make these promises he would never leave him, and like dragged him through 200 years until Brad Pitt had enough and ran away. It's literally the same story. And then at the end, they come back together.
She
So if you don't want to read this book, you can just watch,
Watch
the
the
movie
movie.
and
There's a
pretend that they're
vampire.
women.
Yes, 100%. And so I was like, am I like upset with V. Schwab that this is so similar, or is every book like at this point a copy of something
that's
else?
what I struggle with, because it's like, how often are you getting like truly like brand new stories where you're like, this is literally not pulling from anything?
Well,
Like, I feel
everything's
like,
inspired by something.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that just is.
right.
But this does sound pretty copy and
Yeah.
paste.
She
Yeah.
does quote that book that was one of her inspirations.
Inspos.
Yeah.
Okay, did you
So
guys
she
see
says
on
that.
on Goodreads, she gave herself a 5-star on this book.
What?
I love that for her.
Self-confidence.
I love
Like-
that. What a Sabine move. I like
Right?
that.
Such a Sabine. Yeah, she was like, I don't normally rate my own work, but I'm giving it a 5 for I put like my whole ass self essentially in this book. And I was like, all right.
Okay.
She did.
I
There
think
you go.
she
You know
I think
what?
she literally watched Interview with a Vampire and was like, I wish this was lesbians, and was like, I'm gonna make a book about it.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, fair.
It was tough.
Wherever you can get inspiration.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
so
all right. Should we now talk about the end, or do you have?
yes,
do
now
we want to talk
I'm
more
done
about
with my
vampires?
teeth and Ozempic questions and blood for now.
Okay, wait.
Can a vampire get pregnant?
No.
No.
Right?
No.
I
How do you
actually
know?
have one more question
Twilight.
about vampires. I feel like they all are supposed to be hot, like no matter what. It's like they turn and they're supposed to be hot, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I felt like they didn't get hotter in this book. Like they were just kind
No.
of like the same.
Like I expected it to be kind of like Faye, you know, like you're
Right.
okay
You
looking,
get a glow
and then you
up.
go, yeah, and then you have a glow up.
Yes. Yeah. And I don't feel like they like got any glam out of it. It was like they were just like cold when they turned, and that was
I
it.
think they had like poreless skin. Like I think they got that.
Because they don't sweat.
Their teeth were made of diamonds practically.
Yeah. No
It
cavities.
was like a little thing, but no, they didn't just like become hot. They were already hot before. Well, Alice,
Yeah.
I'm unsure.
Alice,
we don't know.
I don't feel
So
like
the
she
men-
was hot.
So the men don't have anything come out when they finish?
That's a really good question.
Because
Maybe
I'm still on
blood.
the pregnancy trope. Like,
Maybe blood, because when they cried blood.
oh, good point.
Oh,
They did
oh,
cry
yeah.
blood. Oh, but that sounds messy.
That would be scary.
just blood shooting out of that thing.
I
Everywhere.
think that there's still something coming out. There's no sperms in it, and I think the women have no ovaries. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I feel like it's just shooting
They're
blank.
just sterilized when they become a vampire.
It's really bold of you guys to make assumptions when you don't know.
Maybe we just don't want to picture blood shooting out of a penis.
That's
you know?
fair. The
Mhm.
second
Well,
I
was just
pictured that, I was like,
wondering if
I
it was
wish I'm
semen.
not.
Because, like, you know, in Twilight, they make half babies. I was going to use a definite.
True. So
So,
he
like,
must
True.
have, yeah.
Renesmee.
So what if they're not gay and, you know, it's a human female and a male vamp? Like, that's
Yeah.
where I'm
Well,
going.
I think a male vamp, say a male vamp was fucking a regular person, they
Mhm.
can make a baby.
Yeah,
but
okay.
With their
but
blood
I think
sperm.
when you become a vampire and you're a woman, that dries up, you know?
Okay, then I want to be a vampire. Get rid of them. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you are like, if you're a vampire and you start bleeding, like that is a situation and a picture.
True.
that
Yeah.
You could
True.
wonder what they would do.
well, they still could bleed. It's just like a little droplet. So, I
It
mean,
was
if
like
that's my
black
period, I'd be
blood.
thrilled.
They weren't
Yes.
having their periods. They were not having their periods.
It was
So
black.
there's no
are they
market
gel?
for vampire tampons.
Zero.
Yeah.
Or dentists or GLP-1.
Yeah. The entire
No vamp
just-
doctors.
the entire pharmaceutical industry is out with the vamps. Vamps are running wild.
Vamps are
Okay.
out there just running wild.
Wait, so I actually thought the ending was so wild and not in a good way, I don't think. Like, after I finished reading it, I was like, oh, I'm glad that Lottie and Sabine are dead, but did Alice have to be the one to kill them?
I agree on that, but I actually loved the ending because I loved that she made Lottie like morally gray at the end. You know, like I liked that we had like a second like competing villain with Sabine, and then like
Mhm.
Alice just like happened to become the heroine for some reason. But I did really like that turn of events for Lottie. So I
That
was like,
last 2%.
that last 2%, maybe.
I
It could have
did
been
like
way
that.
sooner. But
I
I
did like
liked
that she made Lottie a villain too. Like at the end, I was actually pissed at Lottie because when they were like, she's
Yeah.
so selfish. All she had to do was like stop loving other people, and she couldn't
Yes.
do that because she didn't want to be alone.
Well,
She
and
was
then
a
near the
narcissist.
end, she wasn't even loving them. She was just getting her socks off, and then
Right.
like, you might die. Bye.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, totally.
Lottie was a selfish character from like the start. Like,
Yeah.
I was not a fan of her to begin. I liked Sabine to start with, and then
that's very on
That's
character
fair.
for him for
Yeah.
you though. You know, it's like a bitch.
I love a villain. I do love a bitch, but then she got a little too bitchy, and it was like, I can't love you.
That would be like if Nesta was a vampire and then like went to the dark side.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I would read that story.
Nesta as a vampire. Give me that fan fiction.
I would
Yeah, I
really
read
read
that.
that.
Well,
In a
that
heartbeat.
spice would be good at least. We know Nesta
True.
would have a good fucking time.
True.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Oh God, I feel like the most open door scene was between Lottie and Alice, and I didn't even want that. I was like, I do not want to see Alice experience this right now. It was not.
Now I'm
good.
thinking about
I don't
lesbian
like this.
Nesta fanfic. It would be
That
so
would be
great.
hot. That would be great. Yeah,
That'd be fun to read. Better
That
than this
would.
fucking thing.
All right, guys, writing a book. You'll get it
Yeah.
in January.
Do
There you
it.
go. In January.
I
That's
would read
soon.
that.
Oh, you're really just going for it. You
Yeah.
could do like 150 pages and just like
Yeah,
True.
it could be. They make like the Were Turkey stuffed by a Were Turkey. That book was only like 50 pages. I could do something
the
small.
fucking what?
I don't know why that was my choice of a short book, but stuffed by the Were Turkey. I read it last Thanksgiving.
There are werewolves
never heard of
and
this.
turkeys.
That's a good
But it's a
thing,
Were
okay,
Turkey.
Cassie? Like,
That's wild.
Our
Okay.
next collab is that book.
I'm afraid.
Thanksgiving.
For Thanksgiving, we all have to dress up as pilgrims or turkeys.
Don't underestimate me. I totally will.
I don't
love
want
a
to get
good outfit.
canceled because of pilgrims, guys.
That's true.
Like,
We all
Turkeys.
just
Turkeys are safe.
we could be a turkey.
I will.
Could be
I will get
turkeys.
an inflatable turkey costume.
Okay, it
There you
really
go.
sounds like none of us, well, maybe Cassie, are recommending this to our friends and family.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like for me, it's less of like not an if I would recommend it and more like who I would recommend it to. Because I actually think that there are a lot of people that like love Sally Rooney, for example, that would like love this story because it's like, again, it's just a very, very good character driven story. It's too long for sure and very drawn out. But like, I think for people who really like to get in depth character stories like that, like I think that they would love this book. But if you don't like that, you would not like this book.
Most of my friends have ADHD, so I will not be recommending this.
See, yeah, that would be tough.
If you're a mood reader, I don't suggest this book in the summer. I live in Southern California, so I read it in the pool, and it was a terrible decision. If I was
Oh.
like in a bad mood
Yeah.
and reading on a cloudy day, like this would be a good book. I would recommend it. Like I enjoy it, but I just, you
Yeah.
have to be the right reader, and it cannot be, it's not a summer book at all. I don't
No.
think so.
I was shocked that she put it out in the summer.
Yeah, if she would have
Yeah.
done it in fall, that would have been incredible.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah, why
Halloween.
was this a
timing.
June release? That makes no sense.
Yeah, I was so confused by that.
I
like
would read it in during like Halloween time.
Yes,
Agreed.
because it could be if you had, depending on the tone, how you read it,
Yes,
could be a horror story, like
sure.
But
for sure.
how,
A little
depends on
like
how
you
read
need
it.
a little like seasonal depression to like fully get into this book.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's why I said
Yeah.
on a sad. I was
Just a
sad. I'm being a
touch.
bitch.
Yeah. You haven't seen the sun in too long and you're starting to get a little sad. Read this
Yeah.
book.
Yeah.
And
So
that's
maybe
if
it.
you live
rainy
in
day.
Washington in January, this might be the book for you.
If
Like-
you're lonely, if somebody just broke your heart, this could be the book for you.
True. I also think if you liked Addie LaRue, you would probably like this book. I have to imagine.
100%. Yeah. They're the exact same tone, exact same descriptive words, exact same setting. Like it's
Yeah.
literally the same book, but they're just not vampires.
Yeah.
If you like whimsical, really pretty writing, good book
Yeah.
for you.
Yes. Agreed. Which is
If you don't,
Oh, go ahead.
no, I was just say if you don't care about like your Goodreads reading challenge number and you're okay with a book taking up 2 weeks of your life, this is the book for you.
It did take me longer to read this book because I read it now audio. It took
Yeah.
me 8 days, and I normally was it 8 days, something like that. And it normally does not take me that long to read a book.
Well,
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
audio because you said it was slow, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna want to sit and read a slow book. I'm gonna have to like be able to clean and
Yeah.
I
fun.
only got through it because I did the audiobook and the book.
Me too.
I only got through it because somebody chose this book for this podcast. I have that end goal.
Whoops. 'Twas
I
me.
did give it 4 stars on Goodreads. Like
I
do-
also
I-
give it 4 stars.
Kylie,
I
you
also
did
gave it 4
not.
stars. Let's go, Kylie.
I simmered on it, and I also thought about it because I did think about this book a lot after reading it. Because I was just reflecting on. It felt like a book to reflect on.
Yeah,
And I would give it 4. Like, it's a really beautiful book. Like, it's up there. I would
I
not,
agree.
it's not on my it's 5 stars as a reread. This is not a reread, but I
Yep.
enjoy it enough to recommend it to the
I
right
agree.
people.
That's
I
wild.
think it was a great story. I think it was beautifully written. I actually really loved Sabine and Lottie's stories. My biggest gripe about this is that it could have been shorter, and she
Yes.
probably could have judged it up some of the spice a little bit.
The spice
meeting
needed to
could
be
have been an
better,
email.
and the action needed to be like starting the action, even trickling it in
Yeah.
halfway through. Even if it's slowly in there, would have made a difference. It was
Agree.
a pacing issue for me. It is a
Yeah.
3-star for me,
Agree.
and that is because I respect that she's a good writer, like her descriptiveness. That's all I have to say about that.
I feel exactly the same as Blakely.
Well,
actually
we're split.
I simmered on it, and I originally said 3.5 stars, and I went down to 3 because I really did not think about it again. I didn't want to tell a single person about it. Like, Cassie and I just read
Embarrassed she read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cassie and I just read Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and I literally looked up like the history of NASA for like 3 days afterwards because I was like so impressed. I didn't want to know
True.
anything after this book. I was just like, she's a good writer, and she's really good at using descriptive words, and that's all I have to say.
So you weren't
That's
looking
that.
up lesbian vampires 3 days
No,
after?
I wasn't looking up
Yeah,
lesbian
what?
pornography. I was like not looking up.
Pornhub, lesbian vampires didn't come
That's
up.
gotta be a
I love that you said
category.
pornography, not just porn. Pornography.
Pornography.
If you
Because
get
that's-
porn, it's government name.
She tried to be V.E. Schwab with porn.
I did. I was trying to use my
Pornography.
descriptive words.
Pornography.
Like, she is a very good writer. I would never, ever, ever say she's a bad writer. It's just like not the story for me.
That's fair. Okay, so other things that Emily and I typically rate on are spice, which I think we know where we would rate that on. What do you guys think on potential for like a book club pick? Mine is pretty low because I think it's just too long, honestly.
It is. I would never do this as a book club because a lot happens, but not enough to discuss. There's not
Right.
a lot of depth in the middle. So what can you discuss? It's a good book to read, but not.
Yeah.
Leave it at that.
Yeah. Like, I feel like this was good for our buddy read because we could kind of like shit on things and ask wild questions about vampires, but like that's a lot of
That's
it.
it.
Yeah.
I would have chose this book and I would have read this in November and probably not told any of you about it.
Yeah. Never said a word about it.
Yeah,
Give
I
it
don't
4
think-
stars.
If we read this book before we were trying to decide like what we were going to do together, I don't think one person would have been like, let's do this one on
No.
the podcast.
Yeah.
No.
Like,
No.
No.
100% not.
not.
Okay, another thing that we have is book hangover. So mine was very low. Like, I was like pretty happy to be done with it when I was done.
Same. I
I was watching that percentage on my Kindle every time I read a page.
I was
Yeah.
proud of myself for finishing it.
There you go.
Good job.
We love
You know-
finishing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
On the side of the book, when you're reading it in the paper, you can see when it switches POVs. It's like a little bit blacker on the page on the side. And every time I was reading, I was looking for the next POV switch. I was just like waiting for it to happen.
That's how I felt during Crescent City 3. I was like, holy shit.
When you
When
hit
am I
part-
done with
When
Therian?
you get to Crescent City 3 and you hit part 2, you're like, how is there even a part 2?
How am I still going?
I don't remember anything about Crescent City 3, and we're about to deep dive, but I got no help.
Godspeed.
God,
I
Can't wait to
can't
get right
wait.
into this.
Good
I
thing
can't
you're
wait
deep
for you
diving.
guys. Yeah.
Another thing that we always talk about is if we would survive in this book. Like, do you think you
Yeah.
would be Sabine, who is surviving like 250 years, or are you a newborn vampire that has to be off by their maker?
I'm stubborn as fuck, so I would be Sabine because I'm just a bitch. But I would get taken out by something stupid like tripping. I would like fall and like my head would snap
Diabetes.
off.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah, I would get the first case of vampire diabetes and be done. I'm
I
a trailblazer.
There you go.
would absolutely survive.
Yeah.
And I would Taylor Swift the fuck out of it. Like, look what you made me do would be my lifestyle. All these bitches that have talked shit about me, they're fucking over.
I
You
love
know?
that. I
What
love
would,
that.
would you guys make it?
I would 100% be a newborn vampire that had to be offed. I'd get too crazy with it. I would be too wild and unsure.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know the rules. I would immediately walk into the sun. I wouldn't make
Immediately.
it.
I think I would make it. I think I would be like just so desperate to like see what happens over time, you know? Like they were like
Why
going
don't-
through all these random time periods where I was like, oh, holy shit, they're about to see like the first man on the moon or something like that. Like that, I feel like I would be very driven by that. And then I would also probably
It's
just go
crazy none of
crazy.
them took like world power.
Right.
Mm.
Like, why wouldn't you like plant your seeds, make them love you, and then dominate the world for the rest
Yeah.
of life?
Yeah, I agree.
It's true.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Vladimir Putin might have done that. You know,
He is living forever.
Putin
it
might be a
seems.
vampire.
he may.
Yeah, that's a good
Did
We'll
point.
have
we talk to him?
Yeah. Can we get him
So
on the
she did her
podcast?
research.
We're gonna interview Putin for
What?
as a vampire.
I start getting followed by the fucking KGB now to make one comment.
I'm already on some lists. Like, we're good. Like, what's one more for me?
What's one more? Just throw it in.
Okay, this
Okay,
is
did you guys
also... Wait, sorry. Go ahead, Cass.
did you guys have any interesting fan casts, by
That's
the
what I was
way, as
gonna
we're
say. I was like-
talking about regular people being vampires?
Talking
Like,
about getting canceled made me think about how me and Blakely are about to get canceled for this.
Yeah.
And Blakely, I didn't realize this, and I blame it on the audiobook because I wasn't locked in on the details. I did not realize Lottie was brown.
She's tan. She's not brown.
Oh,
she's
look up her-
brown.
she's brown. Look up the fan cast online. She is like Latina and or African American. Like she is a mixed race person.
Well,
Well,
think
then
about
my
where she
fan
came
cast-
from.
She's from England.
Right.
I thought everybody in 1800 England was like pale bread.
No. Are you serious?
I don't have one then. I'm sorry, guys. I did Dove Cameron, which
Yeah.
you could not be any more white than Dove Cameron.
Yes.
And that is my Lottie. So she
Blakely-
would be doing brown face.
Yeah.
Hollywood would be canceling. It would be awful.
I said she was Taylor
Oh,
Momsen.
God.
I was like, when I saw her in that little silver dress, I thought she was like goth Taylor Momsen. I was like, she is ice in skin and ice in hair.
I think Taylor Momsen would be better for Alice.
I just made them all Real Housewives of New York, like Sabine
Love
as
that.
Luann, because her husband was a count, so
Mm.
similar.
Sabine
Alice
is
could be Sonia
100%.
because why not? And then Lottie could be Ramona, and because Luann and Ramona just take each other out at the end. Why not?
Oh my God.
Sonia's the queen.
I love
Luann
that.
is such a Sabine. That is like spot on.
She's
did you-
delusional. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch Sirens on Netflix with
Yes.
Julianne Moore?
No.
Oh, Julianne Moore was giving me Sabine also, like the very
Oh, interesting.
I
stern-
could see that in that for Siren specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that character, absolutely.
I-
Julianne
Good
Moore
call.
loves playing a lesbian. Okay. She's been
Yeah.
a lesbian in like 15 fucking movies. So
we
like
love
she's
that
the
for
beast.
Julianne.
Oh,
Go
me
off.
too. Good for her.
Yeah.
Like
Same.
casting directors are like lesbian, Julianne Moore. Like that's what happens.
I kept picturing her as the. Did you guys watch Game of Thrones?
No, and I
I
pride
know it,
myself
yeah.
on the fact that I've never seen it.
Oh, Kylie, you
I don't
would
want to be
love
mad at
it.
the end.
What?
But the ending sucked, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like
I'm not
it's
committing to being disappointed.
it only like really, really fucking sucked for the people that like read the books that are like addicted to that
No,
series.
I didn't read the books and it still fucking sucked.
Yeah, but I wasn't like
You guys
I
just
wasn't like the
proved my
person
point.
that's like so angry, like shaking my fucking fists at the end. Like I was like, whatever. It was still an incredible series.
But who were you
Kylie,
going to
watch
compare
it.
her to?
The Red Witch. Do you remember her?
Oh yeah, but what about somebody said this on here? What about the girl that was married to Joe Jonas? That was also in Game of Thrones.
I wrote
Sophie
Sophie
Turner.
I
Yeah.
thought that she could be a Sabine, especially like Maria. And
I could
like,
see that.
Yeah, but people always fan cast her as Amarantha. So I'm like,
Oh yeah.
They do.
Sabine
know.
was
It's just
kind
that-
of Amarantha though. Same vibes.
Same vibes. Also, I like really was picturing Sabine as like a 40-year-old woman, but she was definitely like 19, right?
I think she was literally 20.
Yeah.
I
so
mean,
she
she's
definitely
hundreds
has
of
to be young.
years old, but yeah, she was stuck at 20.
So she
Yeah.
would have to be like a Sophie Turner.
Yeah.
yeah. And Sophie's like in her 30s, but like it's Hollywood, so that would
You
be
can't
whatever.
tell.
Movie
For
magic.
Alice, I was thinking of like anybody that has been in like an indie film that looks like they could ride a skateboard, that like wears Converse,
It looks like they could ride a skateboard.
Yeah.
high top
So specific.
Converse. Like that's all I could see for her. I could not see anybody I don't know how I'm saying this PC. I just could not see anybody that is traditionally attractive for Alice.
No, I
Well,
agree.
It's alluded that she's not traditionally attractive. I picked Iris Apatow, but that she is
I liked that pick.
but that she's way prettier
Yeah.
than Alice in the book. It's
Right.
Hollywoodified. Like,
Yes.
you have to have someone prettier. You're not going to pick an Uggo.
You got to
You know?
grunt her up. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I agree with that. Wow. I think these fan casts are kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
Truly.
I'm
they are.
impressed.
Truly.
We just need to
all
mix
over
and
the
match
place.
all of ours and create the perfect cast. Luann
True.
takes it though. Even
Yeah,
though she's a
Luann
little bit
does
older,
take
but
it.
Luann looks great for her age, so she
Yeah.
could play a 20-year-old. Why not? She's
Luann could be a
delusional
vampire.
enough.
So for those of you that paid attention to the details, like who did you fan cast for Lottie?
I fan casted that girl that plays Conchita in The Buccaneers.
Oh yeah,
As
I
Lottie.
don't know her name in real life.
I don't either.
What
but
about
that's
you,
who I
Kylie?
saw.
I put Sonia.
Oh yeah, I
Lottie.
forgot.
Real Housewives.
Also does not count. She is not tan either.
I don't think Luann's the right. Ramona is a terrible. What did I say? No, I put Lottie as Ramonia. Ramona.
Ramonia.
Are you trying to Spanish her up? Ramonia?
Ramonia.
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 Sonia and Ramona.
So,
That's
but
fancy,
like,
though.
what does that say that so many of us were like confused about the details? Was it because there was too many details, or she wasn't
Yes.
like
Probably too
to
many.
the point
It
Yeah.
got muddy.
enough? Yeah, it got muddy over the years, the 250 years.
Over the years.
I was really shocked.
Yeah, same. Okay, well, I think we know where we're at on this book at this
I
point.
don't even.
Yeah.
This was all vibes.
Well, I
Welcome.
think we convinced a lot of fucking people to read this book, you know?
For
Like,
sure. For sure.
I really hope that we like all don't get canceled by the Lit Fic Society. Like, hopefully we can still
Especially
appease them
me.
somehow.
I'm like, I like your books, people, but this one, I gave it a 4 stars. I did enjoy it. I just think it needed to be shorter. Like, that's my 100% biggest gripe about this book.
Shorter, or we needed a little bit more of an adventure
Yeah,
throughout.
yeah.
The
and
400
spicier.
years.
You know what? If there was more
Spicier.
spice, I might have been a little bit more entertained.
I could have
Yeah.
given
If
it
they
4
had more
stars for
adventure, they'd have
spice.
a zest for life for spice.
Like, if
Yeah.
Lottie was like Russell Crowe and he was like, "Are you not entertained?" I'd be
Yeah.
like, "No, I'm not." So, like, go fuck somebody. I don't know. It just was.
I agree. It would have been 4 stars if it was spicier and if there was a war.
Yeah, like, I just.
And
feel
if
like
it was
this-
literally Breaking Dawn Part 2.
How did they
Yeah.
not get involved in the American Revolution? Like, I don't know. There should have been something.
They did mention the wars.
Yeah.
But just
They
they
did.
touched on it. Not much happened from
They
it.
weren't in the wars, but they talked about the wars.
Yeah, I want to see them on the front lines. Like,
So
help
they're a
out.
bunch of like fucking draft dodgers.
Yeah.
Real
Yeah,
cool.
they were.
That's embarrassing for
were.
them. They could have really helped out.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't call them patriots by any means.
Uncle
okay?
Sam
Like,
is turning in his grave right now over this.
So thanks so much for joining us on our first Real Housewives of Velaris and Book Bits and Chill collaboration.
Woo! Thank you guys for having us. This was so fun. I will not be picking our next book that we read together. But thanks for joining us on this ride.
Make sure you like and subscribe wherever you listen. Give us a little review.
And you
All
can
right.
find us at Book Bits Club on Instagram and on YouTube. It's Book Bits and Chill. So look out for us. We're looking for subscribers. We're looking for likers. We're ready for
Yep. And we're also anywhere that you listen to your podcasts. So we're kind of everywhere.
all of our info will be in the description too. Make
you.
it easy.
Woo!
There you go.
Bye,
Way to get
guys.
us.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.